Welcome back, everybody. Alright, my review on the game, basically, I still thought it was a very solid game. I think the main thing that all of us would say on it is that it was rushed. And that's what seems to kill it the most, was the fact that I think we all wanted to relive an epic adventure like we did in Origins. And it was right there. The storyline was solid, the plot line was set. It felt rushed. It felt like the game was incomplete. And I guess that's what hurts me more on it, is you wish they hadn't have done that. I'm very surprised to see that BioWare did do that. BioWare being one of those companies that really prides themselves on high quality and everything like that. The storyline was great, though. I really enjoyed it, but the ethical dilemmas just really weren't there. I don't know. The character interaction, I just never felt like I got close to any of the characters in this game. That they were all very two-dimensional. While in, Origins, it was a totally different game. I wish they would have brought back the original companions. And I think that, if the storyline would have been, we're binding together for one last run, one last go, and you still could have added in, instead of the 5 or however many more companions there were, maybe add in 2 or 3. Make up for Morrigan leaving, for people who didn't have Shale, for Zevran leaving, for different party members that may have left. Yeah, or just, leave open spots. But I really felt like that would have been more. And I think most of us, at least I'm going to go on it, is that had they waited a year on this instead of 5 months, or however many months it was, the game would have been revolutionary. But alas, it was not. And still, it was not a bad game, though. I would still highly recommend it to people. I would still highly suggest it to anyone. I really feel that you can't judge how great a game is or how good a game is, really, until you beat it. There's obvious silly exceptions for games that are just so downright horrible. But I would say on your standard average game, you really can't judge it until you finish it. And I guess just seeing that, I wanted more from this game. I always felt every time while I was playing it that the dialogue between the characters wasn't quite as well written, the banter wasn't quite as well done. It just didn't feel like they had enough time to do it, which obviously they probably didn't, considering the short time frame on it. But, well, I mean, it is what it is, folks. It was still a very fun game, and the storyline to it was very solid, but I don't think I'm alone in saying that I wanted more from the story. I want to know more about what had happened with all of this. But I guess that's enough of my review on it. My closing thoughts on it, folks, are just, I feel depressed. This is the end of the Legend of Toegoff. The end of the dragon, demon, bandit, mage, everything slayer. To be forever immortalized on the pages of YouTube. But it was a very fun and epic adventure, folks. I had an absolute blast with it. I really hope you guys had as much fun watching these videos as I did in making them and commentating them. I guess that's a sign of a great game. And I think I mentioned it at the end of Origins, that you just feel ultimately depressed. And I think I feel even more so now, because Toegoff was kind of... this character was what got me started, really. And now it's over. That Legend of Toegoff has subsided. And I don't think I can ever really recreate another one to that level. Maybe in a Dragon Age 2 or something like that, but I didn't feel like this at the end of Mass Effect 2. I didn't feel like this at the end of The Witcher. I feel almost empty, like a friend is gone. I know this sounds probably like really cheesy and corny and nerdy, but you know, some of the fan art that was drawn for Toegoff, some of that stuff, but I can't be alone in saying that, like, you just want to know that everything worked out for the character. How much Toegoff went through and how much he played through and everything like that. And I think this is what really separates different Let's Plays from each other. I really tried to show everyone that I was more interested in the character and the storyline than any of the items. That obviously was cool to get great items, and I was happy about it and everything like that. But I wasn't making decisions in the game to get better, you know, to making ethical decisions, making difficult decisions for items or for what benefits they might, you know, what benefits I might get in anything. I really tried to play it as my character, as Toegoff, a young De La Shelf, would play it, and I hope I did a good job on that. I felt like I did. I felt like I role-played it well. But, well, it is what it is, folks. I really do feel depressed. This is killing me. But I thank you again, everybody, for all your support, for all your comments, for everything like that. It was quite an epic adventure through Dragon Age. Will I ever be able to reproduce something to this level? I really feel like Dragon Age was the highlight of my LPing career, so to speak, at least now. I feel like this game is just done so much. It was the perfect game for me to really show off my personality in the games and everything like that. And I don't know if I'll be able to find another one that does it, but I will continue to Let's Play. I will continue to do all that, and hopefully it continues to be entertaining. But it's a character, it's funny, I've just gotten a lot of positive feedback then on Toegoff that, you know, people really like the idea of me being original, and elves are supposed to be for magic casting and roguing and bowing. They're not supposed to be for two-handed swords. That's stupid. No, see? I proved it. Can be done, and it made the character all that much more memorable. Nobody remembers the name of your standard bow archer, unless they're in a book or something like that, but I mean, Toegoff, the berserking elf. You will tell story to your children about Toegoff, the berserking elf. Get little Timmy, I want a story! And you will tell the story of Toegoff, the elf, his love with Morrigan, his trials and his tribulations, his journey, up until his conclusion where he walks into the sunset, looking for his long-lost love, hoping one day that with the world safe, he can turn to himself now. Could have been praised as a hero, statues built to him, everything. But wasn't what he wanted. And I'm actually really glad they ended it that way. I'm glad they ended it with Toegoff leaving, because that's, given a choice in the game, that's what I would have done. I've provided a home for the De La Shelves. The lands are safe. Amaranthine is rebuilt. Vigil's hold is strong and fortified. Toegoff's job is done. His clan is at peace. His people are at peace. He now goes for Morrigan, the one loose end in his life. Oh, folks, it looks like this is the end of it. This is the end of the Legend of Toegoff. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope you continue to watch some of my other projects. And so it wouldn't be a Toegoff Let's Play without this. As always, folks, thank you very much for watching, and please tune into the future projects, whatever they might be. Thanks for watching, folks. It really is very greatly appreciated.